ما لا يعلم علمه.
Our Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, the last in the series of the prophets, advised his ummah, his nation. And his nation is everyone on earth from the time that he was born until judgment day, whether they accept him or they don't accept him. It includes all races, all ethnicities, all people, whether they call themselves Muslims, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, Hindus, believer, unbeliever. He is a prophet for everyone, universal until judgment. And he came, alayhi salatu wasalam, to bring perfection to the messages that the earlier prophets did brought. And the message has always been the same. The message is to declare the unity, the oneness of our Creator. And to say that that one who brought the message is the messenger. All 124,000 prophets. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Holy Quran, to every people we sent a messenger. To the Bani Israel, He gave 70,000 prophets to them. And every prophet came to say, La ilaha illallah, and to teach that there is only one God. So the message of, I don't like to use big words like this, but monotheism, belief in one Allah, it is not what we are studying in school to say we begin from paganism and later we start choosing and there's only one. No. It's always been one. Later people have ideas. You say one, why not two? Why not three? Why not many? Why not everyone? Why not everything? One. Adam alayhi salam brought the message of La ilaha illallah to his children. One generation removed from paradise, saying to his children, my children, I and your mother, they are not like you. We were created in paradise. You were born here. Our home is not this world, this dunya. This world is passing. Our home is paradise and beyond. Believe that there is one Creator. Don't make any partnership with Him. Partnership with Him is not just making idols or so many. They don't worship to idols, but they make partnership with Him inside, in their heart. This is what we call the nafs, the ego, the self that declares existence in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of his children believed. Some of his children said, Father, you're getting old. You must be senile a little bit. We believe in what we see. We believe in only these 5 senses. Beyond that, we don't believe. We don't believe what you say. From that time until Judgment Day, there will always be 2 groups. One who believes and one who don't believe. And the Prophet ﷺ came, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, to perfect and to complete the messages that were brought by all earlier prophets and to confirm. He didn't bring anything new, but he brought perfection. As the full moon, we're seeing the last few days of this month, Jamadilakhir, Jamadil Sani. the moon is, waxing or waning? Waning. Getting smaller and smaller. It's like this crescent over here, showing it is the end. We're coming to the end now. After that, it disappears completely. Then it forms another crescent, the opposite direction, and it gets fuller and fuller and fuller until the 14th, 15th day of the month, you get a full, complete moon. Can anything be more perfect than a full moon? This is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ has been described as the full moon, because he came to perfect. If you look, every teaching, every tradition, every religion, they share so many things alike because it comes from one. So the Prophet ﷺ advised his ummah, saying, "O my nation, renew your religion." And Islam, which is the religion of the Prophet, which is the religion of Jesus, which is the belief of Moses, belief of Abraham, the belief of Nuh alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam, 124,000 prophets. Islam was not brought 1400 years ago. It came to its completion. The meaning of Islam is peace. The meaning of Islam is submission. Submission to what? To the divine will of Allah. That you have a will that Allah has given you. Free will. And the most intelligent and spiritual ones, they say, you have given me a will. Now I'm using my free will to return it to you. Because what is my will next to your will? That's the time when a person submits. He becomes a tool. He becomes a beloved one, a holy one. That Allah is saying, when my servant, he performs his obligations, he becomes beloved to me. But when he performs actions that is not obligation to him, that I did not put an order to him, that out of his own free will he performs it, he comes close to me. It's a difference now. He comes close to me. He will come so close to me that I will be his hands that he touches. I will be his eyes that he sees. I will be his feet that he walks. So this is the teachings of all prophets, and it came to the fullest realization through the spiritual teachings of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. In what we are saying, tariqat, tasawwuf, Sufism. To come close to Allah, to return to our source, to become his servants. That he says, become my servant and you will be a sultan. Don't be a slave to this dunya. Don't be a slave to this world. Don't be a slave to your desires. Don't be a slave to shaitan, and especially don't be a slave to your ego, to your nafs. That your nafs, your ego, is your biggest enemy. And that is something that I've put inside of you. That its natural disposition, its natural characteristic is to disobey. And in reality, only the ego disobeys. Shaitan disobeyed Allah, yes, once. When? When Allah said to all the angels and all of creation, make prostration to Adam alayhi salam, to show love and respect and submission to Adam alayhi salam. All of them, they prostrated except for Shaitan. Once he disobeyed. What was his reason? He's saying, I make prostration only to you, O my Lord. not to a creature. And our Shaykh says, if Allah gives an order and He says, make prostration to that stone, you make prostration to that stone. Because Allah is saying, you make prostration to me, you have to make prostration to my words, to my orders. There is a secret there that you don't understand. Of course, Shaitan, he was using his intelligence in the wrong way, saying, no, I'm not going to make prostration to a creature, only to Allah I'm going to make prostration. But in reality, he's saying, this one that is made from flesh and blood, this one that is made from dirt, from mud, dirty mud, and I'm made from fire, I must make prostration to this one. Because Shaitan did not understand what Allah has put in this mud, in this clay. One holy breath. Because he judged only with his eyes from the outside. He did not understand what Allah has put inside the man. And he was looking, and he wanted to aim for that Maqam al-Mahmud, the most highest station that Allah says, I'm going to create a creature that I'm going to put him to this higher station, and Shaitan was aiming for that. He knew the angels could not fulfill that station. He was aiming for that. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, before the spirit was blown, he went inside through the mouth, he circled away everywhere in the body, and he came out through the bottom. And the angels asked, what is this creature? Ya Azazil. He was known as Azazil that time. He was not Shaitan. They said, this is a dirty creature, weak, empty. Allah blew the spirit. He did not understand. Jealousy and arrogance, so many wrong things overtook him. He disobeyed Allah one time. Our ego disobeys Allah 24 hours, 7 days a week, every single time. And Allah has put inside of us the ego and the spirit. And He has put us in this weak body, in this dunya, in this world that is filled with desires. This is the lowest of the low, asfal safilin. And He has put us here, and if we let our spirit to be overtaken by the ego, we will lose. If our spirit overtakes the ego, the power of the ego will boost us. Because of this power that Allah has given to the ego to disobey, ours is not to kill the ego, to annihilate, no. The ego is a creature that has tremendous power. You control it, you'll be like a rocket that will make you to be able to go high. If not, it will pull you down. Inshallah Rahman. We are concentrating on this, understanding ourselves and our ego, to be able to control it, following the masters of Sufism, our sheikhs, not to be slaves to the five senses, not to let the spirit to be locked up by the body, but to allow the spirit to be free and the body to be locked up. Wa min Allahu tawfiq, al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.